Today was going to be a very different video. When I woke up this morning, I had decided that I had decided on what I wanted my next video to be. Because at any given time, I have, let's say, about 2 to 3 ideas cycling in my head. And the holdup is not what am I going to post? It's what am I going to post next? If that makes sense. It was a normal morning. I got up, my alarm goes off at 6:45 a.m. and I went, fuck. I turned my alarm off. I got up, I took a shower, gave my mom a hug, went to work. 7:45, my friend pulls up, as her and I work at the same place. We got out of the car together. We talked about our night, the night before, what we had for dinner, what her boyfriend is up to. She apparently brought muffins for the office. Don't know why she did that, but she did. 8 o'clock, clocked in, got started on my morning work, and at 8:10, I got a message. It said, "Hey Joe, Sasha, Travis killed himself." I didn't register those words at first. It was weird. I've had plenty of friends pass away. And I've even had a friend or two take their own life. It's not a new feeling to me. Not foreign. It's something that when you grow up poor, grow up in the ghetto, you attend more funerals than weddings. You attend more funerals than baby showers, than gender reveals. So I couldn't think about why this hit me so hard. Because the reality is that I had lost contact with Travis and his wife. A couple years, not lost contact a couple years ago. It was a couple years ago when they when they reached back out to me. Travis and his family were Mexican. And when Trump got elected back in 2016, him and his family decided to leave the country for their own safety. Which, given recent events, you can pretty much guess that he was on the right track when he did that. I'm not going to tell you what country he moved to. I'm not even going to tell you their last name, because honestly, I think giving the first name of him and his wife is already too much. That's more information than you guys need to know. But I couldn't let it go. Obviously I'm not going to be like, "Oh, I barely knew the guy. That sucks," and move on with my life, right? But I also just couldn't figure out why it was hitting me as hard as it was. Because we were friends, but it's not like he was one of my best friends. Not like he was one of my really good friends. Even he was the brother of a friend that I had in high school. That was like how we knew each other. He was like a grade above us. He was the older brother of a friend that I had in high school. But I realized after about an hour why it was hitting me as hard as it did. If you didn't know, you're about to. I have tried to take my own life 9 times. Between the ages of 13 and 19, I attempted suicide 9 times. I've thought about it a lot more than that. And somewhere between the 4th and 6th time, kind of all blends together, if I'm being honest with you. I had came back to school, and Travis had found out from one of my best friends why I was in the hospital. And he basically accosted me in the hallway. And he was like, "What are you, fucking stupid?" He didn't say it to be mean, but he was trying to get me to understand that there were way too many people who cared about me for me to think about doing that. And so the reason this hits me so hard is because it's the same for him. So many people loved this dude. He was one of those people who was so hard to dislike. You know what I mean? That's the kind of guy he was. And his wife told me that she doesn't understand. Because the only thing in their life that was going wrong was that they couldn't conceive. They'd been trying for a couple years, and they found out about a month ago that his count was too low and her uterus was basically too hostile. And so they were both infertile. And, you know, that hit him pretty hard, but they were talking about adoption. And he was a homemaker. He did the cooking, the cleaning, everything, and she worked a pretty important office job, or she works one. I'm assuming she hasn't lost her job. But she said that she got up in the morning, their routine was normal. He kissed her goodbye. He waved her off with a smile in the driveway like he did every morning. She came home and she found him. And I'm not going to go into the details. I'm not going to tell you how he did it. I'm not going to tell you, you know, all of that other stuff, because it's really not necessary. But it's so... I don't even know if I'm sad. Like, I'm sad about it, because I think he was a genuinely good guy. I think today the world lost someone of great value. You know, I think that the world is a little dimmer without him around. I'm more confused. I'm more just so confused. Because the thing is, right? The thing you got to realize about people who think about doing that and who attempt it and who ultimately do it, the thing you got to realize about us is it doesn't just happen. We don't just wake up one day and decide, oh, that's it, today's the day, right? It's not a spontaneous thing that comes out of nowhere in the middle of a random Tuesday afternoon where we're like, oh, you know what I think I'm going to do? You know what sounds fun today? Right? It's the result of days, weeks, months of contemplation, of feeling like the only solution is that. However correct that assertion may be, because people like to go, but that's not the only solution. The point is that at that point in time, for people in that situation, that seems like the only one. I mean, I thought about it yesterday, because the problems that I'm facing, my personal issues, it seems like the only way out. It seems like there is no way for me to move forward and be happy for the rest of my life. I'm not going to get into it because, quite frankly, it's none of y'all's business what I'm facing right now. And the last thing that I'm in the mood for is to have a bunch of strangers who don't fully grasp the situations that I'm in trying to psychoanalyze what I'm going through, because people really, really, really love to talk about shit they don't know about. They really love to, like, break down, pick apart your words, try to find every little discrepancy they can, and tell you that you're actually the problem, which is not what anybody needs to hear when they're in the kind of mindset that I'm in. But it's one of those things where you do the deliberations. You think about what you could do. And that ends up being your only solution. And I just wish... because he didn't leave a note. He didn't leave a note. He didn't leave an explanation. He didn't tell no one. I wish that at least his wife could get the explanation. What was it that he was fighting that he believed that was the only fucking way, man? How did one of the strongest dudes I know, who detested the idea of taking your own life, he hated it, It was like one of the very few things that ever got that dude really mad. How did he end up being the one to do it? Of everyone I know, of every person that I'm even like a remote acquaintance with, he's got to be the last one I think would ever do something like that, and he did it. I guess what I want to tell you guys is tell the people you love that you love them. Check up on your friends. Even if they don't tell you the truth, at least make that effort so you don't feel the regret that I feel right now. Because could I have done something different? Could I have changed the outcome? Probably not. Realistically, probably not. We talked like every 6 months. We weren't that close. Would me have reaching out, every 3 months, every 2 months, whatever, would that have changed anything? Probably not. But I can't shake this feeling that I didn't do everything I could. And I'm going to live with that for a long time. So please, reach out to your friends. Tell them that you love them. Check up on them. Say, hey man, I just want to see how your day was today. How was your day? How was your week? How was your morning? Did you have a good breakfast? Something, man. I don't know, man. Just talk to people more. You never know when someone's gonna need you to be that. You never know when someone's gonna need you to be that anchor. I haven't said it in a few videos, but I love you all. And I'll see you in the next one.